Hi, this is Mike Regan with Transact's 2-Minute Warning for the week of May 4th. In this week's 2-Minute Warning, we have an important message for those of you that have to manage supply chains. Hope is not a strategy. For the past several weeks, we have been talking about why scenario planning is so critically important in managing your freight, logistics, and supply chain areas. Now, to that end, we provided you with information about what we see happening in the truckload market. Rates are going up because supply is in fact contracting. Last week, we talked about what was going on in the LTL area. You have two options there. You can sit back and do nothing, status quo, and watch your costs go up, or you can follow our advice and actually reduce your cost by 5, 10, even 15%. But that's not why I came to you today with this 2-minute warning. Last week I was having a discussion with a series of supply chain executives. Very interesting discussion, and I brought up the issue of scenario planning. A couple of them watch our 2-minute warnings. They said, Mike, we're going through a lot of turbulence with this, but one of the things I asked them was, what if oil goes to $200 a barrel? What will your company do? And one gentleman said, well, I hope that never happens. I said, well, let's talk about tariffs. Yes, the IEEPA refund, the Supreme Court has declared it's illegal, even though what we're finding out now that the CAPE system has been running since April 20th, is there is a very high percentage of refunds that are being delayed because of some bad data, a whole bunch of things, and it creates some risk. I said, what if you don't get the refunds back? Or worse, what if the Trump administration decides to invoke things like the Fair Trade Act, Section 338, 122 on top of the 232 and 301? Once again, another person said, well, Mike, really, we hope that doesn't occur. And that's when it dawned on me, folks, how long are you going to continue to manage your supply chain and freight areas hoping that things don't occur? Now, one of the reasons I have really, over the years, stressed talking to us about the supply chain edge rapid assessment, the team does a great job. How does it work? Well, if you want to do scenario planning, you need to get the people together that actually touch and are impacted by the supply chain. It's not just procurement, it's not just sales, it's not just operations, it's finance, it's IT, people throughout the organization. And if you really want some great information, I encourage you to listen to the webcast we hosted a couple weeks ago with our friend Yossi Sheffi from MIT. We've got another webcast that we're going to be bringing to you with our friend Jen Tompkins from Tompkins Ventures. It's going to be talking about when you have no plan, what are you doing? You're planning to fail. Now, there is a solution. Once again, talk to us about this rapid assessment. It is a dynamite tool. Doesn't take a ton of time, but when you get everyone together, get them on the same page, great things can happen. Now, if you're interested in learning more, do me a favor, just send me an email, give us a call, because with each and every 2-minute warning, we want to remind you we're on your team, here to help, passionate about seeing you be successful. Thanks for your time.